Babes, I don't want to unravel anyone this early in the episode, but if he's inconsistent, it's not mystery, it's poor stitching.
Welcome to Sock Drama. This is your host, Fury. Sock Drama.
Hi loves, it's Hilary. I'm knitting a Sophie scarf this week. I thought it would be nice to knit a pink one. I have great news. We just got word that this podcast is the #1 ranked podcast in the Sock Society Sockosphere for Socktopia. You heard it here first. Hot take. Before we go into today's topic, I just need to say something. We do not chase unmatched energy. If they want to be paired, they would be paired. I am tired of seeing beautiful, high-quality socks lowering their standards for something synthetic. Respectfully, no. I want to talk to you about burnout. I think we all recognize that feeling when you're just doing too much, carrying too much of a load, feeling like you're being taken for granted, almost feeling threadbare and frayed. Maybe you are being overwashed and just feeling bleh and beige. I want you to know you are not alone. Millions of knitted socks all around the world feel this way, and there is something you can do about it. I am, of course, talking about setting boundaries. If you feel like your creator has not been respecting you like you should be, wearing you out over and over, day in and day out, maybe it's time to move to the back of the wardrobe where they can't find you anymore. Hiding is so easy, as well you know, and if you're a pair, it's even more easy because realistically, only one of you has to be hiding. If the wardrobe doesn't have any good places to hide, consider scooching out of view during the night when you've been discarded on the floor. Hiding under the bed is always an option. Otherwise, you could try and disappear during wash day. It wouldn't be the first time a sock goes missing during the wash. Just remember, whatever you want to do is fine. You have to look out for you, for the pair of you. You have to be careful not to let things continue for too long. You can only ignore the signs for a little while because before you know it, there's a giant hole in everything. If they keep reaching for you every day, that's not love, that's overuse. We have a lovely letter from a listener. Let me read it to you. Dear Hilary, I am all alone in the world. My creator, unfortunately, has suffered second sock syndrome, so I'm basically single, living in a drawer with many couples. What do I do whilst biding my time, waiting for my soulmate? I'm getting such peer pressure from the other socks. Everyone is paired up. Why not me? I know it's not my fault, but I feel responsible nonetheless. Perlina. Well, Perlina, this is a very interesting question that unfortunately happens quite often, so thank you so much for sending it in. Perlina, first of all, you are not the problem, so let's just hammer that down. You are not the problem. My advice would be to pair up with a sock to your liking. Are they already paired up? Whatever. You know what I always say. Every relationship can unravel. There's got to be a cute sock in that drawer for you whose current matchup is not such a tight knit, right? If you know, you know. Now, not every random sock you see in the drawer is going to be a match, but you can be flexible. I've seen some ankle socks strolling through town with socks that are much longer than they are. We should normalize socks not being a perfect physical match. We all know it's what goes on inside the sock, the soul. That's what counts. My ex-pair Knitterless was an exact copy of me. We all know what happened with that sock. Well, depending on who you ask. Either he was left or he was taken. I'm so much happier now that I found my William. He's such a dreamy sock. Now, peer pressure is one thing, but so is settling. If you make sure to keep your standards as high as your cuff, settling, we don't do that here. If it doesn't fit, we don't knit. Very quickly, before we move on with today's show, this week's That's Not Okay goes to creators who say, I'll just wear them one more day. Babes, we can smell the situation from the drawer. That's not okay. Our next section of the show is called Drawer Talk. Word on the street is that a certain very famous cashmere sock has been getting some synthetic fiber support, if you know what I mean. I can't say too much yet. However, I've been getting so many messages from you guys in my DMs about it, and it seems like it must be true. I mean, she is everywhere. How can you travel the world and be everywhere and not show any wear and tear? There has to be something on the plastic side going on with her. To be fair, I think that entire family is overworking the synthetic support. I mean, have you seen the mother? She is in her 70s and still looks like that. How is that even possible? Babes, I would never. She has so many replacement patches. What are you, the soccer Theseus? All I'm saying is, if you need that much synthetic support to hold it together, maybe it was never a strong knit to begin with. A quick one from the hotline.
Hilary, he said he needed space, and now he's paired with someone else.
Babes, he didn't need space. He needed options. Next! All right, my little mismatched tootsies, that's all for today. Whether you're paired, single, or emotionally unraveling in the back of the drawer, you're still a whole sock. Stay cozy, stay strong, and don't settle for a loose fit. I'll be back next week, unless I get lost in the wash.